How's it going, folks? Check out this new exclusive multiplayer gameplay of the new Call of Duty Ghosts. Hang on, wait, it's just Call of Duty 2, although I guess some people would argue that they all look the same. But you may also notice that this is actually PC gameplay. I've been reliving the good old days recently and playing all my old PC games from about 7 to 8 years ago. I think I mentioned it in an old Q&A video, but I did start out on PC with Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 4 and Crisis 1 before getting an Xbox for Christmas in 2009, which made me a Modern Warfare 2 Christmas noob as I was trying to get used to playing on a control pad. But after all this news about next-gen consoles, I've been seriously considering getting a gaming PC for the games of 2014. So I bootcamped my iMac with Windows 7 and managed to install all these old games to get a feel for playing first-person shooters with the keyboard and mouse. It didn't feel too foreign actually, although I couldn't move or aim half as well as I can on consoles nowadays. So the main reason I've been contemplating PC is number one, although I've been looking forward to next-gen games on next-gen consoles, I don't really fancy shelling out £400-500 on one. So I thought I'd see how my latest spec iMac fares up as a gaming machine, but it didn't really turn out too well when Fraps was recording, even with Call of Duty 4, so it's not going to really manage Battlefield 4 too well. It's only got a 512MB GeForce GTX 660M, which I think is the main drawback with it being quite a slim machine. It doesn't have the room for a big spec graphics card you put in a full PC box. So that kind of just rules out my first idea, because no matter whether I go for a console or a gaming PC, I'm still going to be spending the big bucks. But the second reason I've been contemplating PC was the games. Although next-gen consoles is going to mean a big leap forward for console games, with the likes of Battlefield in particular, you're still going to get a better experience playing on PC. Consoles might now get a better frame rate and full player counts, which were the main issues I found with Battlefield 3 on console, but it's just little things like vehicle controls and the overall experience, which is much better on PC, because after all the game is really designed for PCs and you do need a decent spec PC to get the full Battlefield experience from it. Call of Duty Ghosts is going to be available on all platforms anyway, so you're not going to really see any major benefits from playing on one platform versus another. But do PC players get dedicated servers, which could potentially mean less or no lag comp issues? Then from E3 I was kind of torn between the Xbox One and the PS4. I did like the Xbox controller, but the PS4 just sounded like the better choice. But then Titanfall is the biggest reason for me to go with Xbox. It's by far the #1 game I'm looking forward to next year. I'm just gutted that it's not going to be available on PlayStation, which I think is going to really hurt its potential. But Titanfall is going to be available on PC, so considering just these three games, Titanfall, Battlefield 4 and Call of Duty Ghosts, which are really the only ones I'm personally interested in, there's more incentive to scrap consoles and go gaming PC. I'll get the full Battlefield experience, potentially lag-free Call of Duty, and I can still play Titanfall. But of course there's downsides to this, as I've discovered my iMac isn't going to make a good host for PC games, so what's a good spec gaming PC going to set me back? Probably more than a next gen console. Also, I'm probably going to sound like a real Mac fanboy saying this, but installing and using Windows for the first time in years has almost completely put me off going down the PC route anyway. Then I guess there's the whole issue of getting used to keyboard and mouse again. I know you can plug in your Xbox controller, but going up against pinpoint accurate PC players with a control pad isn't going to do you any favours. I guess it wouldn't take too long to get used to, but I do actually enjoy having the triggers and the clickable thumbsticks of a control pad rather than the keyboard buttons. So let me know your thoughts on the Xbox One versus PS4 versus PC dilemma. It's probably still early days, but what are you going to go for? And if you're a PC gamer, you're going to have to spend money to upgrade your PC setup ready for Battlefield 4 anyway, or have the enhanced specs of those next-gen consoles made you even consider switching platforms? For me at the moment, Titanfall pretty much rules out the PS4, so it's kind of between the PC and Xbox One, and despite the drawbacks I think I'm still leaning towards Xbox One, but let's see if you can convince me otherwise. So comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.